National Guard Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Remain standing as official chaplain of Auto Club Speedway, Jeff Hamilton offers today's invocation.
Good afternoon. Let's pray together. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for a beautiful day to enjoy today's race. The sun reminds us that your mercies are new every morning, and the warmth of the sun reminds us of your love in our lives. It is our life's joy to be loved by you, so help us to live lives that honor you. Please protect the drivers and teams, as well as the men and women of our armed forces who defend freedom around the world. Bless the sponsors, staff, and first responders who have made today's event possible. So today, let everything we say and everything we do honor you. In Christ's name, amen.
Here to honor America, please welcome 11-year-old Brooklyn Vizcarra as she performs our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Speaking of brave, the crowd loving that incredible performance by 11-year-old Brooklyn Vizcarra. It is lights, camera, action from California next. XFINITY Series racing on FS1. Thanks. Welcome back to Xfinity Series Racing and the TreatMyClot.com 300 by Jansen from Auto Club Speedway. As we get set for the drop of the green flag, time to introduce today's guest driver analyst. There's a reason Brad Keselowski and his leading lady, Paige White, are all smiles. It has nothing to do with horsepower, by the way. Their daughter, Scarlett, born last May, has brought perspective to this champion's life. After last week's race, Brad tweeted, "Can't wait to get home and see my daughter. It's been 12 long days." The proud papa joining Adam Alexander and Michael Waltrip in the booth. Guys, all three of you who have daughters. They're growing up way too fast. Brad, is it hard not to spoil baby Scarlett?
Yes, it's very hard. But, I didn't know that we're all fathers of daughters.
How about that?
Gosh, it's going to be really tough when she gets in her teens, but that's another story. She's very spoiled for now, yes, Danielle, and I'm very happy and proud.
We all have family, but the three of us more like frat brothers. But let's talk racing, okay? And let's go right to the NASCAR Xfinity Series. You've been in the last 3 weeks, so Kyle Busch has been getting it done. 3 in a row. He's got 6 wins here. Who beats him today and why, Brad?
Well, Kyle Busch has been getting it done, but it's not just Kyle Busch. It's JGR. Their cars have been so fast. And I think when you ask who can beat Kyle Busch today, it's a pretty simple answer. It's the guy sitting on the pole, Daniel Suarez. He's ran well. He's led the points. He's doing all the right things. This could be a key breakthrough day for him.
Now, Brad, I know that drivers love this racetrack. You go out there and you run from the apron all the way to the wall. What makes it so much fun? I watch guys go down the back straightaway. You look like you're riding a bull. You go into the corners and you're slipping and sliding sideways. How come drivers love it so much?
Yeah, and then we get out of the car and say, oh, I love this racetrack. It's interesting how the California Speedway has aged. It's gotten rough. It's gotten bumpy. It's got the oldest pavement on the circuit, and the drivers love it. Go figure. But there's a lot of reasons why we love it. The tires wear out. You have comers and goers throughout the race, guys who are fast in a short run, guys who are fast in a long run. You heard Kevin Harvick talk about that in the pre-race. And then you've got where you can run the wall. You can run on the bottom of the racetrack. You can draft really well with these very long straightaways. All those things add up to some of the best racing you're going to see all year.
The winner today is running where? Low, middle, high?
Yes.
All of the above?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, D, all of the above. It's going to be a fun race. You said it's going to be the best race of the year, is that right?
I feel good about it, yes.
All right, settle in. It's going to be a fun afternoon in Southern California. Right now we're going trackside for the command of fire engines.
Race fans, it's time for those most famous words in motorsports. Here to give the command, please welcome your Grand Marshal, co-founder of the National Blood Clot Alliance, and current member of the Board of Directors, Mark Jablonski.
Drivers, start your engines!
Time to make it happen SoCal style. The NASCAR Xfinity Series live at Auto Club Speedway. The green flag comes your way after a break. Right now it's time to gear up.
Here we are in the hall. We're doing a little pre-race eating. Got some greasers, macaroni, mashed potatoes. It's about that time, so I'm looking forward to starting the day off right. Got to get some food in me and ready to go out there and kill it later.
Hello, race fans. Welcome to the TreatMyClot.com 300. Jansen's been overwhelmed by the response of the NASCAR fan base that has shared stories with us about being diagnosed with blood clots. On average, one person dies from a blood clot about every 5 minutes, so we have to keep getting the word out. We partnered with Auto Club Speedway for the 3rd consecutive year to help raise awareness during March, Blood Clot Awareness Month. We're also proud to make a donation to the National Blood Clot Alliance to fund education in the space. Visit TreatMyClot.com to learn more.
Lights, camera, action. This is Hollywood's backyard.
We are green at Auto Club Speedway.
Look at this. This is racing. Oh, sideways.
Beautiful Saturday afternoon in Southern California. We are set for the 5th race of the year for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, superior performing tires to face challenging conditions on the track and on the road. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. And now we go from the driver's seat. Let's talk to a Rookie of the Year contender. Brennan Poole starting 9th today, Brad.
Hey, Brennan Poole, this is Brad Keselowski up in the FS1 booth. You got a copy? Hey, Brennan Poole, this is Brad Keselowski up in the FS1 booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Brad. You got me?
Yes, sir. How you feeling about your race car for today? You're starting 9th in the DC Solar Chevrolet. What do you think it's going to take for you today to get up front, have a shot at victory lane?
Yeah, I feel pretty good about it. You know, we laid down a pretty good time in qualifying. We were just a little bit too tight, lost some speed down these long straightaways. It's what's going to take this afternoon, just making sure you can turn the middle good, but have drive off and keep that run down the straightaway to be able to pass people. So this DC Solar Camaro's been really good all weekend, and hopefully we get up there towards the front, mix it up with these guys.
Brendan, it's Michael. We saw you mixing it up with Kevin Harvick yesterday, one of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series regulars. Kyle Busch has won a lot of races lately. How do you feel with those guys being out there on the track? You think you're learning? You think it's going to help you be a better racer?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome to be able to get out here and race with some of the best drivers in the world. So I've been learning a lot. It was pretty awesome yesterday to get a push down the front stretch from a guy who I've looked up to a lot my whole life with Kevin Harvick. So that was a lot of fun, and learned some stuff following him too yesterday afternoon. So just try to take everything I can and use it in the race this afternoon and learn all day and hopefully put myself in a position to win at the end of the day.
Well, I love your spirit, bud. Have a good time, and we'll check back in with you later in the race and see how it's going.
10-4. Thank you, guys.
Poole comes in with plenty of momentum. Top 10 run last week at Phoenix, one of 13 drivers making their Auto Club Speedway debut today. Let's make one last trip down the pit lane before we go green. Let's head there now. Matt Yoakum.
Adam, until this weekend, Ryan Blaney never turned a lap here at Auto Club Speedway in anything. So like a college kid cramming for a final, he soaked up as much knowledge as he could from his teammates. Also watching a lot of past races here. And then the Cliff Notes version, he talked to his father Dave, who was always stout on these intermediate racetracks. Ryan Wilson told me they've made so many gains in their program the past few weeks, but keep in mind he was also on the box here a year ago when Brad Keselowski, they called a strategy for tires, and he went to victory lane in the Cup car here. You may see that today, Jamie Little.
Well, front row starter Eric Jones just edged out his teammate Kyle Busch in qualifying. So what's it going to take to just edge him out in the race today? Well, Eric tells me it's going to be somebody with a good long-run car, and that is something they're confident they have today. Chris Neville?
Well, our championship pole sitter, Daniel Suarez, his first pole of 2016, but he's been so strong in qualifying. Hasn't qualified out of the top 3 all season long, and I spoke with him about that, and he said a lot of it comes down to experience. This is his second opportunity to qualify at a lot of these racetracks, but more than importantly, he said it's chemistry and confidence in his team. Suarez trying to turn his first pole into his first win.
Chris, all Toyotas at the front today. 3 from Joe Gibbs Racing and our pace car. The Toyota Camry XSE leads the field this afternoon at Auto Club Speedway.
And do you know who's behind the wheel of that Toyota pace car?
You're going to tell us, right?
I am. Scott Bruschetta. He's the president and CEO of Big Machine Records and a big NASCAR fan. He's come to the Waltrip Brothers Golf Tournament, helped raise a lot of money with some great gifts and awards, and I know there's a big smile on Scott's face right now.
Less than a lap before we go green. Track temp we saw saw it there. Over 100. This place going to be slick today, Brad.
Yeah, the track's just getting hotter. It's starting to build up the little nice coat of rubber. You see the track right now. It's got a nice gray finish. As these cars get running, it's going to turn black. The track's going to get really slick. These cars are going to get out of control. You're going to see guys slipping and sliding all over.
You know, the last time these cats were on the track, there was a lot of grip. It was stuck to the road like you were at 8 this morning, but now it's a different story.
Here's a driver to keep an eye on. Elliott Sadler starting 5th, looking for his first win of the year.
Brother, we got a pretty darn good car, I feel like, here. We'll just keep tuning on it all day, keep 4 tires on it, and we'll have a set laying here for the last run for you. We'll just keep that track position and go get it at the end. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. We got a really good race car. Have a good day. It's not got our first win of the year. Yeah, man, I think we can do it. I woke up with a good feeling. I think you got the hot rod. I know we got the driver.
Eric Jones won the pole for this race a year ago. First time he'd ever been to Auto Club Speedway, finished 3rd. Daniel Suarez outside the top 10 in his debut race in Southern California a season ago. Won his 4th career pole earlier today, choosing the outside lane as we come to the green flag.
That could be key right here. You got Kyle Busch lined up in 3rd. He's going to be ready to go. And the inside line here is usually just a little bit faster on the initial start. We're going to see what happens. If Kyle gives his teammate Eric Jones a push, that could make the difference. So
Daniel needs to look over his shoulder too, Brad. That's Kyle Larson on the outside behind him. He likes to go right out to the wall. We could see him 3 and 4 wide in turn 1.
2 weeks off after this. The drivers are going to be hungry. 5th race of the year, 27th at Auto Club Speedway. We are green. And here we go. 4 and 5 wide off of turn 2.
Justin Allgaier all the way back in the middle of the pack, outside wall, right next to it.
Nice side draft here. Eric Jones is going to pull off with Daniel Suarez, try to get the jump into turn 3.
And look at Kyle Busch onto the apron already. How cool is that?
Gibbs cars trying to make it 3 wide at the front. Meanwhile, outside in the orange 42, that's Kyle Larson. Right behind him, the black and red 2 of Austin Dillon. Back to the line for the first time. Daniel Suarez leads the opening lap.
The leaders were side by side for the entire first lap. It doesn't get any better than this.
And the guy in 3rd was plumb off the racetrack down in 3 and 4. And look at Kyle Larson. We talked about the high side. Here he comes.
Larson won this race a couple of years ago, and he knows if you're going to make it happen here, you have to be able to run all over the track. Right now, he's right next to the fence.
With a nice run on Daniel Suarez. Daniel Suarez is going to run up top, try to take some of that air away from him, and back to 3 wide again. Wow.
Little crossover from Larson there, Michael.
He wanted that lead bad, but he's going to have to pull in behind Suarez, and Daniel's going to lead the 2nd lap here today. And what I'm liking so far, Adam, and what I'm seeing is everybody's glued together. Kenny Wallace talked in the pre-race show about the draft. The drafters holding these cars tightly together. You can see a string of them there keeping contact with those Gibbs cars, and even Kyle Larson in there trying to take the lead.
Little surprise. Didn't take long. 3 laps, they're already up against the wall. That's because their track's getting slick at them, just like we talked in the pre-race.
I was surprised Kyle Busch slid back to 4th. Now here he is making a move, driving to the inside and around his teammate Eric Jones.
You're not going to be surprised long. He's heading forward in a hurry. But look at the action back in the pack.
Brennan Poole, talked to a minute ago, going in the wrong direction, started 9th, has dropped outside the top 10. Junior Motorsports teammates going around. Saw the 88. Kevin Harvick, also Justin Allgaier there. And here's the 3rd wheel from Junior Motorsports. You're looking at Elliott Sadler in the blue and white 1.
You heard Elliott Sadler's team have a lot of confidence before the start of the race with their in-car radio, and he's running it right now. He's got some great lap times going up.
Larson is faster than our leader Suarez right now, but Daniel did a nice job of getting up in that high lane and taking that position away from Larson.
Great qualifying effort for Jeb Burton in the blue 43. Slid outside the top 10. Look at this battle. Suarez has the lead. That's Kyle Busch, blue and orange 18 trying to get it. Kyle Larson right in their hip pocket.
He was able to push Suarez back out in front of Kyle Busch, but you can see how fast that 18 car is.
And Kyle does a great job with the car too. He deserves a lot of credit. A really tight side draft in there. Wow.
Gosh.
How about that?
Middle 3. Middle 3. Woo. Outside tight, middle 3.
Larson's
Middle 3. Stop.
Wow, Larson was trying to side draft Kyle Busch, but he couldn't quite get there, Brad.
And Kyle Busch with the big slide off of turn 4. Suarez is going to have a run right here. Does he stay in line or does he make something of it?
He's going to push his teammate. That's a good play right there. Let's try to gap these boys. That's what he's thinking.
Took him 5 laps. Kyle Busch now in the race lead. Suarez right behind him. Eric Jones rejoining the mix. Kyle Larson is right there.
But just remember what Brendan Poole said. He loves racing against these Cup stars like Kyle Busch. And that's exactly what Eric Jones and Suarez is doing right now. They're mixing it up with the best in the world, and they're proving that they can drive these cars.
It's Larson for second.
He got it. By an inch, it looked like.
Woo. Looked like that thing was sliding out from underneath of him as he pulled in front of Daniel Suarez.
I know one thing. I wouldn't want to be standing next to that wall when he made that move.
And there's the draft, Michael. Big push from Suarez has Larson inside of Kyle Busch.
But Kyle just doesn't quite have the grip. Kyle Larson doesn't quite have the grip to make the pass in the corner on Kyle Busch, but a great run and a great attempt.
You could see that car loose off that exit. That's why he couldn't quite get there. Look at Elliott Sadler back there watching this 4-car battle for the lead. Elliott's got a strong car. Talked to his crew chief Kevin Minderlin about that car, and they're really excited. Think they can handle these Gibbs cars today.
A couple of guys on the move early. 6 of Darrell Wallace Jr. inside of the 62 of Brendan Gaughan. Not totally satisfied with where they were yesterday in practice, but they've worked their way inside the top 10.
And look at this push.
And he lets him go going into the corner. So, you know, Michael, you know how this works, but for the fans at home, what you want to do is give that guy in front of you a push. You both go faster on the straightaway. You can catch the guy in front of you, but when you get to the corner, you have got to get off his rear bumper or you're going to spin both of you guys out. So, smart move by Eric there. He knows what he's doing for sure.
And he also knows that he's better than Suarez right now, and he's going to try to dive to the bottom and take that 3rd spot. Brad, how difficult is it when you dive in there low like that to hold the low line? We talk about the grip up high and the momentum up top. How hard is it just to keep your car in that lower lane?
It's very, very difficult, and you have to have a great car and tremendous confidence in the car you have. These guys have it right now when they make those moves.
And look how angry everyone looks. They look like they're just driving their rear ends off, and we're only 10 laps into this baby.
I'm just so glad I got this race to join you guys in the booth. I really believe this is one of the best races, if not the best of the race of the year. I hope you guys are enjoying it at home because I'm having a blast.
And your next one is Bristol. You're living right. You know that? On board with Kevin Harvick here, Michael.
And we knew Kevin would march toward the front. He's already broken inside the top 10. And it looks like what we talked about, that Kyle Larson's got the car to match up with Busch today. He's all over Kyle. Kyle is, I mean.
So what you're saying is Kyle's right on top of Kyle there, and they're working together at the front?
Yeah, and also, we got a spinner. Ryan Preece.
Lap 9, first caution of the day. And now for the
tire going down.
For the 5th consecutive week to start the season, the first caution comes out prior to lap 10, Ryan Preece.
And that's a blown left rear tire. I don't see any evidence of contact.
Good job, man. Keep it off the wall. Coming through you boys for 4 tires.
On that car, Brad. You can see he just loses a left rear, does a great job of keeping it out of the wall. That's got to be a bit of a concern. On the lower tire pressures, Adam, we talk about how the cars buffet and bounce down the back straightaway. Could that be a result of too low of air?
Absolutely, Michael. Those big bumps down there, they really work the sidewall on these tires. And when air pressures get really low, and there's different rear end cambers between the Xfinity Series cars and the Cup Series cars, so that makes it even harder on the sidewalls of those rear tires. And we see a lot of blowouts, so this happens.
Okay, I love where we're at. Let me just tell y'all something real quick. Adam and I were in the garage area doing research, and we asked a couple of 3 crew chiefs, caution, lap 10, what do you do? And they're like, oh, that's right on the edge. We think we could go to lap 15, and we would definitely pit. Well, it was 50-50 on whether they come now. I think they come. What do you think?
I think that Kevin Harvick does the opposite of what the Gibbs cars do. That's what I think. I think Kevin knows that he's one of the guys to beat. He can win this race if he catches a break with tire strategy. I think they're going to do the opposite of what the leaders do. I think that's what's going to be the real story right here.
Let's hear from our crew chief, Larry McReynolds. Pit or not pit at lap 10, Larry?
Well, they have 5 sets of tires in the pits. I think we're probably going to see them pit here because they know what this race will do. It will get into some long green runs because right now the fall off, even in this little amount of time we've been racing, is well over a second and a half.
And what they're going to do, Larry?
We're pitting. They're all coming with us.
They're all pitting, and what they're going to do now, they're going to have to hope for that long run in the middle of this race, so they got some tires for the end. Another 20 laps in the caution, then you get yourself in a bit of a bind.
And I think if Kyle Busch pits here from the lead, then everybody else comes behind him.
It'll be interesting, especially with the hint of a tire issue on that car with the left rear blowing out just 8-9 laps into the run.
Opening pit stops of the day, if they do come, will be under caution at lap 11. Watching down toward turn 4, and they are peeling off the banking. They will come down and make pit stops. Kyle Busch leading the parade. They're heading your way, Jamie.
And when Chris Gale, crew chief for Kyle Busch, said we're pitting, Kyle said, what? He said, we have an extra set of tires we didn't use in practice. Pit, and we're going to bring everybody with us. Meanwhile, Eric Jones says he's just a little bit snug center. They'll try to help him out and free him up just a bit. Chris?
Kyle Larson happy with his race car. If anything, it says it's a little bit too tight entering the corner to the center. He said the exit really good. Going to do 4 tires on that stop. Daniel Suarez fading back from the lead a little bit. He's saying that the car a little too tight getting off the corner. Just can't commit to the throttle the way he wants. 4 tires on the 19.
Good pit stops for the 18 and the 42, but the quickest off pit road, Kevin Harvick. Little strategy maybe being played early by Dave Ellens. Our readout says fuel only first stop of the day.
The opposite of the rest. You're right, Brad.
I didn't want to be right. Under caution early, Auto Club Speedway, Fontana, California. It's the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Kevin Harvick was the quickest off pit road, took no tires, and we were all surprised. I'm wondering maybe if the first time he missed his pit stall, Matt, because when he came back down, he had issues again.
Adam, the game plan on the 88, he was super free during that first run. They were going to just do a chassis adjustment, which they completed, and then go about another 25 laps or so on this set of tires, let the tires cycle through, and temperatures are high on the 88, and we're not talking the water. Harvick very upset about the game plan, the fact that
So certainly some confusion for Kevin Harvick and the 88 team at Dave Ellens. We'll continue to follow that story. Meanwhile, green flag going back in the air. Mario Gosselin stayed out in the 90. Kyle Busch grabs the race lead, and they're fanning out behind him.
Guys, I got to tell you, there's so much going on right now. I can't keep up. We got 5 wide, we got 4 wide, we got cars wrecking on pit road.
Look at that. That's a traffic jam. That's appropriate here in LA. I was driving down the freeway. It looked just like that the other day. Can't believe they survived that. Anytime a car stays out on old tires, that causes chaos, and we saw that.
One of the things I'm looking for right here, Adam and Michael, I think the 18 car is not as fast on the short run as the 42. And you're seeing that right now. The 42 just passes the 18. But I think the 18 car setup has a lot of long run speed. So this should be an interesting thing as it plays out through the race.
Larson able to jump out in front of Kyle Busch here. Becomes the 4th different leader of the event, Michael.
Is that the first time Kyle Busch has been passed this year? I mean, he's been so dominant, led so many laps.
He's led 88% of the laps. How could anybody have passed him at this stage?
I think we just saw history in 2016 there. Someone drove around Kyle Busch, but I'm not so sure it's going to last. What a great battle.
Who's right behind him here? That 22 has found some speed. Ryan Blaney, tough effort in qualifying, but they're on the move, Brad.
Yeah, he's up to 3rd. He had a great pit stop. I saw they gained 2 or 3 spots, and he wants to join this fray up here.
What's going on with those guys at the front, Chris?
Well, Kyle Larson, always kind of quiet and reserved, but he's had a big smile on his face this weekend because they've had great speed in their car. They started building their own chassis last fall, and they got their first win with their own chassis at Homestead. He said this year with these new cars, we've just had so much more speed in the center of the corner, and it's finally paying off. This car here, that's the 4th car they built. First time it's on the racetrack. He said it's a lot lighter than the first 3 we built, and it's paying off today.
You want them to be built low, light, and left. And that's what these teams focus on. And here at California, obviously, you need a whole lot of aerodynamic downforce and not a lot of drag. So anytime you build something new, Adam, you incorporate all that into it. And that's what you're seeing here with this Larson car.
Tight battle for 5th. Suarez, green 19, working inside of that blue 1 of Elliott Sadler.
Sadler's going to have the momentum off 2. And he's able to hold off Suarez. Good move, Elliott.
It looks like they've made some nice adjustments on the 20 car of Eric Jones. He seems to be moving a little bit further forward this run. Got a little more speed.
There's our man Harvick after some issues on pit road. I don't know what all went wrong there, Matt, but didn't look sanitary.
Michael, a lot of confusion on the 88 now. They were going to go just a chassis adjustment and not take tires. Harvick was upset, though, because then as he's pulling off the pit lane, he saw that everybody took tires, and he said, we have got to come back now. This gamble has not paid off. He was not a happy camper.
I mean, when you miss the whole field putting tires on, somebody's not paying attention. That's the problem. I mean, the whole field put tires on. Surely you heard one person on the radio talk about putting tires on.
Frustrating start for the driver that won this race a year ago. My thought was, when I saw no tires and everybody else got them, maybe he just missed his pit stall, Brad. That obviously not the case. Came back down to try to get it corrected. Then there was contact on pit road. A tough start, 29th right now for Kevin Harvick.
What about that move? It looked like Larson faked to the bottom and then went to the top trying to gain the lead away from Kyle Busch. This is a great battle.
And now he's going to have a nice little draft right here. See if he can make anything of this.
He loves the high side. And I love watching this. This is a great battle.
I'll say this, we know Kyle Busch is strong, but Kyle Larson, Michael, to the point you made earlier, absolutely not letting him get away. In fact, he even got around him a moment ago.
That's exactly right. Remember back to Homestead in the fall where you run 1 inch off the wall. Who was the man there? Larson.
Only race that Kyle Busch has not won in his last 5 starts in the Xfinity Series. Kyle and Kyle at the front. Busch, then Larson, Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney, Elliott Sadler, the top 5. We're 19 laps in at Fontana.
This little guy's happy.
The most challenging part of racing here at Auto Club Speedway is definitely you get to run 4 or 5 grooves and you're out of the gas a lot.
Slipping and sliding, trying to find a groove for your car that works the best.
The lack of grip that this track has when your tires wear off, your car doesn't like it very much, then you just got to hang on. You're going so fast on this big track.
I would say those guys did a pretty accurate job of describing what you see when you come to Fontana, California. Now our Ford Performance Track Facts. Won 7 consecutive races here, 02 to 06. 5 different drivers getting to victory lane. I think that was the Jack Roush show back in those days. 6 wins all time here for the Cat in the Hat. And on board here with Darrell Wallace Jr. has worked his way inside the top 10 after starting 13th, and a sweep around the 48 of Brennan Poole. That's a little scary.
Yeah, you can see the top and the bottom. They merge together at the exit of turn 4, and things get hairy when that happens.
Yeah, Bubba's got a solid car. He's able to move forward. See, he's going to get hung down on the bottom. Oh, making a little bit of headway there on the bottom. You can hear Poole get out of the gas. Wallace trying to take advantage of it, but just not quite enough room.
Racing at California as a driver is a fight for every foot. It's this huge, big 2-mile track with 5 grooves in the corner, but when you come off and you get to the straightaway, every foot counts. It's the difference between getting past, clearing another car, getting a draft. Every little foot counts here.
These two racing for 10th, Michael. Right in front of them, Ryan Reed in 9th, and he made quite a move to get there.
Is it going to be the old crossover, Adam? And then to split them as well. Wow, that's intense.
Right down the boulevard, huh, Brad?
And you see they go all the way down to the bottom. The reason why he went all the way down to the bottom of the track, not just because it's shorter, but he's trying to get away from that side draft, trying to clear it, keep his momentum.
And Brad, the relationship between the driver and spotter is very important, but probably no more important anywhere we go than right here, because you're just wanting that foot you're talking about. You've got to trust. I know you and Joey Meyer have a great relationship. You've got to trust your guy with all your heart.
Larry, we've been talking about Ryan Reed all weekend, looking good.
Well, we have, Adam. I mean, they have been fast with this 16 car since they unloaded it. And if you go back to last year, he set the bar high at the start of the year. He won the first race of the season in 2015 at Daytona. That was Ryan's last top 10 finish. So this has to do so much for the confidence of Ryan and that race team.
This is his home track. Diagnosed with diabetes 5 years ago, thought he would never race again. Comes back. Larry mentioned the win at Daytona, and they have been solid early this year, and right now looking good in the top 10, Jamie.
And there's just been a pep in his step. 120 miles from where he grew up. A lot of family and friends watching Ryan. They unloaded on Friday, the best they've unloaded all year. So right away, they knew they were going to be good this weekend. Right now, he's just loose. They adjusted for it, but what we're hearing from different teams is they need more of those adjustments, and the same goes for the 16.
His crew chief is Phil Gould. Worked with Elliott Sadler a year ago. He and Ryan really have hit it off early in 2016. Kind of like this guy. He's won 3 of 4, and he's out front again today, talking about Kyle Busch.
Suarez.
Under caution for the second time today at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California, David Starr appeared to lose an engine as he came down the front straightaway. Top 5, Kyle Busch, who's led 24 laps, is the leader. Then it's Kyle Larson, Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney, and Daniel Suarez. 30 of 150 laps complete today. So today, it's the TreatMyClot.com 300. And when you think of blood clots in the NASCAR community, you always think of Brian Vickers and everything he's been through. Chris Neville talking to Brian earlier today.
Brian Vickers' personal and professional life has been affected by blood clots, and well, March is Blood Clot Awareness Month. Brian, why is it so important?
Where do I begin? The biggest problem is it's an underdiagnosed issue. And it's something that most patients aren't aware of. I certainly wasn't my first time, and it almost cost me my life. And even a lot of doctors misdiagnose it as well. It's unfortunate. That's really what Blood Clots Awareness Month is about, and that's something that we've been really trying to focus on, raising awareness with Janssen. And that's what TreatMyClot.com 300 is all about. And then this weekend we also had the opportunity to partner with Arnie's Army Foundation, which is really cool. Working on the campaign and raising awareness about blood clots with Mr. Palmer has been a real treat. He unfortunately has also been affected by this, and it's been a tough time for both of us, but it's presented an opportunity to really use our voice to get the word out.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Brian. Certainly a great opportunity to raise awareness here this weekend at Fontana, the NASCAR community.
And education's important when it comes to clotting. My mother unfortunately had a clot, and thinking of Mom back home. She is enjoying the NASCAR racing today, and appreciate Brian's message and the support that the organization gives to the series.
Pit road was closed last time. These guys last pitted at lap 11. What are we thinking here 20 laps later?
Me and Brad are thinking we got to pit, but we're going to run out of tires, Adam.
Keep an eye on Kevin Harvick. All the issues he had on that first cycle, able to drive his way back inside the top 20. 88 has scored 19th. Pit road is open this time. 5 sets of tires in the pits. They've already burned through one of those, and it looks like they're going to come down pit road. Lap 32. Matt Yoakum, they're heading your way.
Last win for the 22 is Brad Keselowski behind the wheel. Last fall at Texas, the 22 making his way to his pit box. Now the first run, he needed more rear security. The car was just too tight through the center. Once again, sliding to a stop in the box. The car fired off so much better with a track bar adjustment. That run, much better, Jamie, for the 22.
And Kyle Busch's team said they're right in their fuel window. That's why they wanted to pit. Says the car is good, no adjustments. A 4-tire stop. The 20 still snug. They'll adjust a 4-tire stop and track bar adjustment. Chris?
And Kyle Larson said his car was good on that initial run on the exit of the corner. After that last run on adjustment, said a little bit too tight on throttle. So 4 tires and an air pressure adjustment on this stop.
Brendan Gaughan rolling the dice here. He goes fuel only, gains 10 spots, wins the battle off pit road. Jamie mentioned they're in their window, referring to in their window to do it in 2 more stops on fuel. Just about ready for the restart here in Fontana, California. Pace car pulling off. It's a 2016 Toyota Camry XSE on the front row. Kyle Larson, Brendan Gaughan. Gaughan won the battle off pit road, but went fuel only. Watch that 42 on the inside lane here. 4 fresh tires.
Yeah, he's the real winner. His team got him out first of the cars that took tires. I think he's going to go down to turn 1 and take this lead.
Yeah, but Kyle Busch is going to be 3 wide as soon as they head down toward turn 1. There he goes.
Brendan, you leave that outside open, you know Kyle's going to take it.
Keep an eye on the 7 of Justin Allgaier. Went from 14th to 3rd on the restart. He too went fuel only, but trapped in the middle right now.
That's some hairy time right there. Look at those cars bouncing off each other into the wall.
Eric Almirola shooting from the wall to below the white line.
How many wide are we? 5 wide back
or
there?
6?
Look at Brian Blaney all the way off the track on the apron.
Did you tell your teammate Ryan Blaney you can't run in the grass off of turn 4?
I just told him run wherever you got to run. And I'm looking down here at the fans. The fans are on their feet. This is the best racing by far. Amazing racing, amazing action all the way through the field.
I just can't believe they didn't crash.
Here's Austin Dillon. Haven't talked about him a lot today, making some moves.
It'll be interesting to see where Brendan Gaughan falls to, too, because earlier we saw Harvick decide that he needed to come back and get tires. If Brendan can hang on to a decent running position, that's going to put him in a good spot for the rest of this race, depending on how the cautions fall.
Jack Roush a little uneasy, perhaps. Darrell Wallace Jr. inside of his teammate Ryan Reed. Both those cars inside the top 10.
Austin Dillon making his way up to the front. We know he got his 2nd career pole for tomorrow's Cup race. He's very racy here.
Seems real confident right now, too.
That's a good move right there. Can't quite finish it, but man, he's got some good speed down on the bottom.
Those guys going at it side by side. It's opened the door for Eric Jones, who now gets around Austin Dillon. 22 Ryan Blaney right back in that mix as well. All these drivers running for a position inside the top 5. That's 3rd to 6th on track.
And Kyle Busch is heating up Kyle Larson, trying to take that lead away. Remember our man Harvick lost all his track position. There he is trying to gain it back. Just got around Brendan Gaughan. So Brendan's doing a good job hanging on right now.
This is a battle for 17th.
I think Harvick was as far back as 28th when he had those pit issues earlier. And as you said, Brad, he's trying to get back up inside the top 15. He actually was 38th and now 3 wide inside of Brandon Jones. That's Elliott Sadler out by the wall.
Jones is 3rd, side by side for the lead. Harvick carving his way through the field.
Oh, really tight side draft right there by Kyle Busch.
Where do we watch?
You just can't appreciate how close that is at 195, 200 mile an hour, running an inch apart, drafting off each other. Those are great moves, guys.
2s are wild here. Kyle Busch back out front and a few spots behind him. Austin Dillon in 5th. And Ryan Blaney in the 6th position. That's good for him. He went from 4th to 11th on the pit stops. Had a 14.5-second stop. But that Team Penske group seeing their car rally back to the front.
Look at Ross Chastain. He went all the way off the road and got ahead of Harvick. There's just action everywhere. This is the lead heating up.
How confident is Ross Chastain racing on track with Kevin Harvick and Eric Almirola, 2 of our double dippers this weekend, and he just drove in front of him off of turn 4 as we go back to the front. Kyle Busch trying to keep Kyle Larson behind him.
We saw the 22 of Blaney go completely off the racetrack in the corners earlier. This time he tries to run the middle on entry, but then ducks it to the bottom, off onto the apron again. He's running in places no one else is. Brad, that's impressive.
Yeah, you know, Ross actually drove for my Team BKR truck team for a season and a half, and he's got a lot of talent. He really does. He's aggressive. You know, I like aggressive. And he knows where to find the spots, looking to make it. He's not afraid of Kevin Harvick. He's not afraid of anyone.
Well, you saw him almost drive that truck of yours to victory out in Phoenix, just a restart away from having the win there. And that's a talented young racer. And he's saying, Kevin, I need your spot, buddy.
Look at this group from 9th to 12th. Jeb Burton looking for his second top 10 of the year. Ty Dillon is there. Brennan Poole, the rookie of the year. Elliott Sadler. This is good stuff left of your screen. 3 wide on the right for 13th.
Look at Chastain on the high side being able just to pull right back up on Harvick, and
oh, it's getting tied up off the corner.
The momentum in the high lane. Ross Chastain around the 88 of Harvick and the 98 of Almirola. That is impressive.
And let me remind you, Kevin's a little aggravated as it is, and now he's in the middle of a hornet's nest.
Should Chastain's spotter radio to Ross, be careful around the 88?
Ross doesn't want to hear it. Look at him go.
Doing a fine job, my man. You just do your thing.
That's his spotter. You're doing fine, buddy. Look at this.
Little bump draft there from Harvick, huh?
And it works. He's going to get a big run down the straightaway, as we saw. This is key racing.
What's the Tom Petty song? I Won't Back Down. Maybe Ross Chastain.
You know, that's what it
his
takes.
inner Tom Petty today.
Adam, that's what it takes. If you're going to be a standalone Xfinity driver, you better go out there and throw some heavy punches if you're going to make it to the next level. So I've got a lot of respect for that. I know exactly what it feels like, and that's what Ross is doing, and that's what you got to do as a driver who only has one opportunity a weekend to make a name for himself.
Jeb Burton, 10th right now in the 43. That's Elliott Sadler trying to take the spot away.
Listen, the 98 just put me in the wall. Check the rubs. The 98 just put me in the wall on the backstretch real bad, right side. Yeah, 10-4. Knock the letters off the tires. I don't see any fender damage, no smoke.
Look how much, I mean, they just can't get them over the runs they get, Brad. That's crazy.
That high lane is the further distance, but boy, does it carry some runs down the straightaway. Like you said, it's just so much momentum up there when you can run up against the wall, use the air off the side of the wall, use that little bit more banking up there, and that's why guys run so high up the track.
What's the latest down there, Matt?
Well, you heard his spotter, Brett Griffin, give him the diagnosis as far as how significant or not the damage was on the right side, but his bigger issue is just a tight race car. It was tight. The first run could not roll the center. The air pressure change they made only made it worse. They were going to back up on that on the last stop.
Another thing about the Ford car of Ross Chastain, his team is loving what they're seeing right now. He's mixing it up with some of the best in all of NASCAR. This team is solid, and he's having a great run, and I love what I'm watching.
Look at Harvick. How much momentum did he bring off the corner? Inside of Elliott Sadler.
Quarter, clear.
Harvick's 13th. Kyle Busch out front. Could there be a problem for our race leader, Jamie?
Yeah, he hasn't said a whole lot today until just moments ago. He said, guys, I've got a vibration. And after his first pit stop, they found a slow leak in the right rear. So this team definitely keeping an eye on the tires and their driver keeping an eye and a feel on the race car.
Anxious times for Kyle Busch, going for his 4th consecutive win today. He'd be only the 2nd driver ever to do that. Sam Ard pulled it off back in 1983. Under caution for the 3rd time today here at Auto Club Speedway, Fontana, California. Lap 46 of 150, the issue for Ray Black Jr. coming off of turn 4.
Running the low line and looks like just gets loose. The front end sticking well, the back end not so much. And watch this innocent spin turn into a crash, Brad.
Yeah, what happens on these cars is the front splitter, it's like a front wing that you can't see. It's underneath the car, and every once in a while when you get in a spin like this, it'll hook. And that's what's going to happen. As right front tire goes down, it's going to get too low, it's going to hook and rip the whole thing off in the grass.
I think the tire going down was the difference, because if the tire doesn't go, the right front's going to stay up high enough and the splitter's not going to catch the grass.
Our leaders stay out, Adam, and that gives an advantage to some of the guys that stayed out last time, Matt.
And a lot of different teams staying out with coming in, different strategies. Harvick coming in, significant adjustment again. Just total lack of grip on the 88, Chris.
And Ty Dillon said last year he had an average car. This morning in qualifying, once again, an average car. He said he loves racing this racetrack, but he wants a good car. Right now, that 3 car just way too tight. Can't do anything with it. Stuck kind of around that 10th place spot on the racetrack. 4 tires.
Now, all these drivers, Chris, going to start outside the top 20, maybe restart outside the top 25, but they've got 4 fresh tires. If you thought the racing was good before the caution, wait till you watch this group drive through the field. Ray Black Jr. heading back to the garage.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, superior performing tires to face challenging conditions on the track and on the road. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. Been a busy day here at Auto Club Speedway. Yesterday, busy. Not busy, busy.
Yeah, this was at 1:45, an hour downtime on the track between two practice sessions. They had to call in the bee exterminator.
Oh, my.
And he gets, I mean, look at that hive of bees there. And we still could not have a man in the flag stand even for Sprint Cup Series qualifying.
Let's give credit where credit was due. When it was go time today, drop of the green flag, the flag stand was ready.
There you see it. It's ready to go now.
Larry McReynolds, Danielle Trotta here from Fontana, California. 5th Xfinity Series race of the season. Glad you're joining us on FS1. Under caution right now, 49 laps in. What an incredible battle between Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson.
This has been one of the best races of the year, but what I find interesting with that caution coming 11 laps after that last restart, I look at drivers like Kevin Harvick and Ty Dillon. Yeah, they're back there with 4 fresh tires, but they now, with over 100 laps to go, only have 2 sets of tires to work with. The top 19 stayed out.
Strategy coming into play right now. Should mention double A's. We send it up to the booth. Kyle Busch led 4 times so far for 36 of those 49 laps.
You know what? And Larry knows this. With the different strategies, we're going to have some comers and goers here. And you played this right. First time in the booth. Unbelievable racing here in California.
Yeah, who needs March Madness? We have NASCAR Xfinity Series Madness, and this is way better than anything you're going to watch with basketball. I can tell you that right now.
You know, strategy is interesting. I think Kevin Harvick played strategy early in the race. It didn't work out, but now he's back on time. He's going to have a chance to rally through this field. And Brad, I think it's to the point that Harvick knows his car isn't maybe as good as Kyle Busch's or Kyle Larson's. They want to switch it up, do something different, and try to get into contention.
Yeah, Michael, this is a key moment in the race. We have alternating strategies on the track where you got tires or cars that don't have tires, cars in the back that do have tires that are going to make their way to the front to really establish track position. So this could be a key moment in the race. If Kevin Harvick and a lot of the other drivers that took tires can get to the front, get that long run, and get these other guys behind on the cycle.
Harvick going to restart 22nd here, restarting inside the top 10. Brennan Poole going to go 9th.
Just got to keep working on it, you know. I keep giving up too much on the restarts, and I'm trying different things. And I get out of the hole good, but then I'm getting my butt whooped in 1 and 2, so we'll just keep working it.
Did he say he's getting his butt whooped in 1 and 2? Going to keep trying to make it better. When we get the green flag, we'll put lap 51 on the board. That means it's time for the 2016 Toyota Camry XSE pace car to pull down the pit lane.
Wonder if Scott Bruschetta's still willing that thing. I know he loves racing. He probably feels pretty good if he's out ahead of this field.
Probably had to fight him to get the car back, right? Front row here, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson. Row 2, a couple of Joe Gibbs Toyotas. Daniel Suarez, Eric Jones, Austin Dillon, Ryan Blaney in row 3.
Kyle with a great launch. Kyle Busch on the outside, but a big draft. 3-car draft on the bottom with Kyle Larson, Eric Jones, and Ryan Blaney.
And look at that run it gave Larson. You talked about the big leap by Busch. Larson's able to rally and get right up to the back bumper of Kyle Busch. How did they all come together and not crash? Man, that's amazing video. Oh, there they go.
Oh, they did crash. Got one in the wall in the backstretch. Who was that?
That was the 93 of Dylan Lupton and the leaf filter car,
Yeah, Blake Cook right in the middle of that. Spent a lot of time in the top 15 today, did Blake Cook.
Lupton's going to need to come to pit road. He's got a lot of damage. That tire will blow in a hurry here. You got to remember you're running 190 miles an hour.
Close call for Harvick, too, back there because they came down pit road to get those tires. That's one of the dangers. When you drop back in the field, you get in the middle of the mess.
Absolutely. You have the fastest car on the track right now with new tires, but you're right in front of it.
Check this out.
Oh, the 93 just comes right up in front of Blake Cook.
It's got to make you wonder about what the spotter said. You can't make those decisions on your own. It's so tight and close. The 93 is the one that initiated that contact and the one that suffered the most damage. I think the 11 of Blake Cook is going to be fine.
Garrett Smithley in the 0. Kevin Harvick doing a great job to avoid making that a much bigger problem than it was over on the back straightaway.
And you know, those incidents are a lot easier than you think they are. You know, in these race cars with these big head surrounds that we have to keep us safe and huge accidents that you see every once in a while, we can't just check our blind spot. That's why we have spotters. So there's no way that Dylan Lupton could have known he was there.
And Kyle,
Go ahead, Michael.
I was going to say, give it up for Garrett Smithley. He's inside the top 20. That 0 car has got some speed today, and it's been fun to see some of these Xfinity guys race up toward the front.
Kyle Busch at the front. It had been Kyle Larson trying to run him down. Right now, though, Jamie, it's Eric Jones hanging tough.
And he's had an interesting day so far. Just before that last round of pit stops, he got into the wall on the right rear quarter panel just like he did in practice. So during the stop, they had to pull that sheet metal out. NASCAR was watching, and the car has been tight all day long. They haven't been able to fix it. But right now, so far, so good.
Now, Eric Jones got involved in that early crash at Daytona, but he has bounced back. Third, and second in the last 3 weeks, and he's a runner-up right now to Kyle Busch. Left of your screen, the team car. Daniel Suarez trying to hold off Ryan Blaney, and a good battle for 7th. The 98 of Eric Almirola, 62 of Brendan Gaughan. And keep in mind, both of those drivers came down at lap 47 to get tires, talking about Almirola and Gaughan.
Almirola likes that high side. He's been up there all race long. Earlier this morning in Sprint Cup practice, he actually caught the outside wall off of turn 2, but that hadn't slowed him down, and he's still dedicated to it. You can see a nice move around the top against Austin Dillon there.
Daniel Suarez trying to move forward. Kyle Larson outside of him. What's the story with the guy that won here 2 years ago, Chris?
Well, Kyle Larson fading back a couple spots on this restart. Prior to going green, he said, guys, we just haven't had good takeoff speed today. It takes me a couple laps to get some speed in the car. He said, we're pretty good on the long run. If anything, we still need to continue with that air pressure adjustment, try and loosen this car up off the corner.
So that makes sense. The reason why his takeoff speed is not quite the way he wants it to be is his car's just a little bit tight. So the front end doesn't quite want to work the way he wants it to go fast. But then later in a run, when the track and the car gets loose, it comes to him, and the balance of the car is where he wants it.
Don't look now, but Joe Gibbs Racing 1, 2, 3. They finished 1, 2, 3 the last 2 weeks. Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, and Kevin Harvick back in the pack, but no lack of aggression from our defending race winner.
So California is actually where I started racing. So for me, it's a really cool weekend.
First thing I did when I landed here in California was went to In-N-Out Burger.
Just the weather is so great, and seeing the mountains, it's just so beautiful here.
I hadn't been in California long, but I'm looking forward to getting on the racetrack today for sure.
Brad, first thing you do when you land in California is?
I go to the mall. There's a great mall over here.
Who knew you were a shopper?
I'm not.
Beautiful Saturday afternoon in Southern California. Kyle Busch, the race leader. He's led 49 laps today. Last year's victor, Kevin Harvick, 13th right now.
These must be the tires I spun out on the road, right?
Yes, they're four.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
He just said these are the tires I spun out coming on the pit road with, right?
Sounds like he's taking it pretty well, like just confirming that that's the problem. He's probably got a bit of a vibration, but I'm telling you, Brad, it's working. That car's moved up to 13th spot, and the last time by, Harvick ran a 43.15. That's a top 5 time, and his tires are scuffs. So we know he saved some tires for later in the race.
How about it, Matt?
Keeping an eye for later in the race. He's got some tires saving for that. Now, Harvick came on the radio after the stop, and he asked the team, did they get the lugs tight on the right front? They went back, looked at the video, and confirmed, yes, everything looked good. That's why you heard the conversation about which set of tires are now on the 88 and why there's a slight vibration.
I'll say this, though, Matt. Michael pointed out he's 13th. Working over Brandon Jones here for 12th. If he could get to the top 10, get a caution, get back in cycle with everybody, I think the 88 be in the game.
I do too, and I think they made some progress on that car. You can see on the left front there a little bit of splitter damage, but yet it isn't hampering his progress any. They look like they did a nice job of making that repair. All these cars are going to have splitter damage, Brad, because of the rough ride, huh?
Yeah, the rough ride really wears through the splitter and causes a lot of issues, but I think he got his damage, Michael, from when he spun on pit road and made some contact.
Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, the top 5, 64 laps complete in the TreatMyClock.com 300. Tonight, UFC Fight Night returns to FS1 as two heavyweight legends collide when knockout artist Mark Hunt battles former champion Frank Mir. Plus, Neil Magny takes on Hector Lombard. UFC Fight Night begins tonight, 7:30 Eastern, only on FS1. We're streaming it live at Fox Sports Go. 68 of 150 complete here in Fontana, California. Kyle Busch is the race leader. So good to have Brad Keselowski with us in the booth. Won the Sprint Cup race here a year ago. And when you guys come up to join Michael and me, you're donating your time to us, and then we in turn donate back to your foundation. What do you guys got going on, Brad?
Well, thank you. Well, we really appreciate it. The Checkered Flag Foundation I started as a 501c3 about 6 years ago now. Wow, time flies. That's mission is to help our veterans, the people that have made tremendous sacrifices for the community and maybe didn't come back in as good a shape as they went out. So our main cause right now is finding careers for them, careers for veterans. So that's where our foundation is. That's what it does. We have some other little causes we're working on behind closed doors that I'm getting ready to announce that we're excited about, but we appreciate everyone's support of the cause.
And using the truck team to help promote the cause as well, right, Brad?
Absolutely. You know, it's one that's near and dear to my heart. I've had a lot of family that's served and put their life on the line, and, you know, being the age that I am, I could very easily be right there with them if I didn't make it in racing. So a lot of respect for those that have made those tremendous sacrifices for the community and the armed services.
Appreciate everything you do. Great to have you up here with us. Last time these guys pitted, lap 32. So we know we're closing on scheduled green flag stops, and right on cue, Kyle Larson, who's led 5 laps today, got his first career win here in 2014. Going to come down the pit lane. Chris Neville?
Yeah, things are going to get exciting with some green flag stops here. Kyle Larson still saying the car a little bit too tight, so they're going to go further with that air pressure adjustment. And he said, we need some better takeoff speed. If we have restarts late, I don't have anything to fight with these guys. You can also see a wedge adjustment there in that left rear corner.
And Adam, by pitting before Kyle Busch and running in second at the time, this car is going to be way faster than Kyle for a while. Larry McReynolds, he's going to make up some track position, and he might force the hands of the other top runners to come to pit road in a hurry.
Yeah, Michael, I'm seeing Austin Dillon on pit road right now, as well as Ryan Reed. Once one of those leaders come, you have to be following them. Even those guys that waited and stayed out and then pitted on that last caution, I think we'll see an outbreak of pit stops right here.
Here they are, Jamie.
And Ryan Reed was talking about coming on to pit road. He's in his pit box. Needs more adjustments. Still loose. A track bar air pressure adjustment. Wants that forward drive to be a little bit better, Chris.
Austin Dillon saying his car just way too tight. He says it's pretty good down in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4, he just can't go to the throttle. 4 tires.
Scheduled green flag pit stops. Austin Dillon on. You heard from Chris. Younger brother Ty also making a stop. Came in 3rd in the championship. Eric Jones is in. Daniel Suarez coming down pit road. Got to make sure you don't have a speeding penalty right here. Jamie?
Eric Jones been tight all day long. He says it's still the same. Track bar and air pressure adjustment has worked today. That's what they're going to do more of. And a 4-tire stop. Chris?
And Daniel Suarez in pit lane, a little bit tight off of turn 2, but really good through 3 and 4. He said right now he wants a long run car. He said that car is very strong in the long runs. He wants a long run.
Kyle Busch has had a good race car, had a vibration early in this run, but it seems to have gone away. He's happy with it, just wants to know what his lap times are compared to the guys behind him. Close call there. He gets into his pit box. It's a 4-tire stop here. No adjustments called for. They take that tear off, so he has clear view. Oh, there is a chassis adjustment. Last minute track bar adjustment for the 18.
You know, when Kyle Busch won last week at Phoenix, did a great job getting on and off pit road in a cycle of green flag pit stops. Really the difference in front of Eric Jones last week at the end of that race.
Well, when pit stop started, Matt, he had a 2.5-second lead, but now Elliott Sadler's on the pit road.
A big crank on the chassis, a wedge and track bar adjustment for Elliott Sadler. He said on a scale of 1 to 10, he's about an 8 tight. He just needs it to be able to cut through the center of the corner much better for the 1.
All these scheduled stops, and some of the drivers that have not yet pitted came down at lap 47. Eric Almirola did that. Justin Allgaier. Now, Kevin Harvick did as well, but he has already come down in this cycle of green. Almirola now out front, Allgaier behind him. Ryan Preece, who had the issues early, also pitted at lap 47. He is scored 3rd. And we understand the black flag being displayed for the 16 of Ryan Reed. Understand throwing equipment was the reason for the penalty from NASCAR. Tough break for the driver out of Bakersfield, California. Right at the halfway point of today's TreatMyClock.com 300 at Auto Club Speedway. Green flag pit stops have cycled through here in Fontana, California, putting Kyle Busch back in the race lead, but his advantage prior to the stops was 2.5 seconds. He's now 1.5 seconds in front of Erik Jones. Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Daniel Suarez complete the top 5. A couple of other guys in the top 10 yet to make a pit stop. They will come soon. Mario Gosselin, J.J. Yaley, and Dakota Armstrong. Now, we told you before the break, throwing equipment, black flag being displayed for Ryan Reed, was running 9th when the cyclist stops began, now 26th. And watch the fueler right here.
He chunks the fuel can, and that's against the rules. And NASCAR has cameras above that watches every move made on the racetrack. And you can see there they caught it.
And there you see a water bottle going for a ride as they came off turn 2.
That's pretty normal when you have a pit stop. Someone hands you in a fresh water bottle and you throw it out off the straightaway and get it out of the groove.
Here's a good thing, though. He's been able, despite that, to stay, as of now, on the lead lap. Now, he's not going to be there long, probably, as fast as Kyle Busch is running, but it's a testament to where this team was prior to the penalty. But I'll say this, Michael, 70 laps to go, you have a penalty. It's going to be very, very difficult to come back.
Well, you can see the gap there, Reed and the red car going by, and then Busch right behind him. And just ahead of Ryan Reed is Ty Dillon. That team is struggling today as well to stay on the lead lap. So A lot of guys looking for a caution right now, hoping to be able to get caught back up and make a run to the end of this race.
Had been talking about Kevin Harvick and the progress he had made after some early problems. After the cycle of stops, he picked up a position. He's now scored 12th. Brennan Poole, who had been inside the top 10, finds himself 11th.
Harvick's got some good lap times, though, so look for him to climb up toward the top 5. Bubba Wallace has done a nice job. He's running in the 6th spot.
Kyle Busch today has led 66 of our 82 laps. Eric Jones a second and a half behind. What's he got for him, Jamie?
Well, once again, his teammate has been the class of the field, but Eric Jones, he's just been tight today. Not as good as they hoped. In practice, they were loose, so they tightened him up, and it was maybe too much. Now he says he's just plowing, Chris, getting worse.
Well, Jamie, we talked about Kyle Larson saying he had no takeoff speed after that last round of adjustments. He said the car came to life when he got back up to speed, so he's happy there. And then after 10 laps, he said we still have good long run speed. Matt?
A year ago, the 22 team with Ryan Blaney behind the wheel was very impressive. 6 top 2 finishes in 13 races, but there is an issue on the 22. There was a vibration. He said that it had basically didn't get much worse, but now the guys are up on the wall waiting for him to possibly make his way down to his pit stall. Chris.
Well, one of Daniel Suarez's concerns today was green flag stops entering pit lane, and he gave up a little bit of time on that last round of stops. He said the car's still good today.
And the problem for Daniel Suarez, not just giving it up on pit road, got a report that a moment ago eased into the outside wall. Was it a kiss or just a little bit more?
When the right front kind of comes with it, it's a little more than a kiss.
See a little smoke coming off too. That's never good.
Last time by, he ran a 42.58. That's it's a decent lap time, but Ryan Blaney, on the other hand, just ahead of him, ran a 42.06. In fact, Blaney was the fastest car on the track that last time by, so that vibration isn't slowing him down any, but I know it's causing him a lot of concern. Nothing more frustrating than your car vibrating, huh?
Well, we talked about confidence. This is a track where you have to have a lot of confidence to drive the car up against the wall, to make moves where you go from the top to the bottom, 3 wide, and do all these things, and little things like that can hurt your confidence.
84 of 150 laps complete. Kyle Busch in charge at California. Kyle Busch in charge of the field in the TreatMyClock.com 300 at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. Eric Jones, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Daniel Suarez make up the top 5. And now it's my favorite part of the day. Not only do we get to go to Larry McReynolds, but a double dose of fun because, Larry, we're opening up the KFC heat map.
Well, we're looking right now at turn 1 and 2, and using our KFC heat map, we're going to look pretty much at the pace laps. You can see they're kind of spread out all over the racetrack. And then we'll take a look at a restart, and you're going to see there's not much difference. And then on into a run where they're spread out all over the racetrack, you still don't see a difference. And what I'm going to relate this to, if you go back to our race last week at Phoenix, after we had a restart and they started racing, the groove was only at the bottom of the racetrack. You didn't dare run against the wall, but here at Auto Club Speedway, you run all over the racetrack, and that's the KFC heat map.
It's crispy, it's fresh. I like it. I think that we can learn a lot from that. You can see it getting just a little bit hotter up at the top of the track where these guys are digging in and turning most of the laps. But you know the bottom is also an opportunity. If you catch a guy, you need to pass.
And usually on new tires, Michael, you can make a move down to the bottom. It's when the tires fall off that you need all that room up top to be able to hold that car together.
Eric Almirola, we saw him stay out on his older tires and grab the lead of the race. He stayed on the lead lap throughout that process and finds himself in 15th position. And he has like 4 or 5 lap fresher tires on his car than some of the guys he's racing with. So a good, solid run. We knew Almirola would be in the top 10. He always seems to surface there, and he's doing a great job again today.
Give a call, too, to the guy that just got around him. Black and red 33, Rookie of the Year contender Brandon Jones. Had never been to Auto Club Speedway like so many tracks we'll visit this year. Just gotten better and better and better as the weekend has gone on in front of him. Elliott Sadler looking for another top 10. Justin Allgaier is there. And Blake Cook now 11th. Some great drivers right now inside the top 15.
Yeah, and remember, Allgaier's in a backup car. Cook was nearly in that crash on the back straightaway. He was able to survive that and is running great today.
I'd say a positive day for Brandon Jones, Jamie.
I would say so as well. He's one of 13 drivers making their first start here at California. And the car has been decent, but he told his guys on the radio, man, I just hate this. They said, what's going on? He said, I just cannot figure this place out. Hey, Brad Keselowski, I remember your first Xfinity start here. Do you?
Yes, it wasn't good.
This is a tough place to figure out, isn't it?
Do you want to elaborate?
Well, here's the thing that makes California so tricky for a rookie driver. There's too many options. The track is just so wide. It's like hunting a school of fish. You can't pick one to go after. There's just too many lanes. And so, you know, when you're a rookie driver coming to this track, it's fast, it's flat, it's big and wide. The tires fall off. What works one lap doesn't work the next lap because of the tires. And there's all these different lanes. It's really tough to just pick a rhythm and find something that works.
Adam, you talked about Ryan Reed nearly going a lap down 6-8 laps ago. He is just passing every car he comes up to, staying ahead of Kyle Busch. This car is strong. Hopefully he can overcome that pit road problem.
Busch just got around Ross Chastain, putting him a lap down. Reed, the last car, as you said, Michael, on the lead lap. We saw Kyle Busch, and now we work our way back to Kevin Harvick. Don't look now, but the Bakersfield, California native has worked his way up to 9th, and if we get a caution, look out. He might be a big player late in the game.
There's so many good stories up in the top 10, and then I'm a little bit confused about Ty Dillon. All the way back a lap off the pace in 19th position. This is a guy racing for a championship, but he's not having a good run today.
What a yo-yo day for Harvick. Didn't qualify good, started 17th. And then had that issue early where there was miscommunication. Fell back to 38th. Drove his way back up through the field. Now finds himself in the 9th position. And to put in perspective how far back he is from our race leader, 26 seconds on track. There's Kyle Busch working over Ryan Reed, trying to put him a lap down. Reed said, not right now, thank you very much.
And Reed needs to get around Jeb Burton. You can see Burton just ahead of him there in the 43. They're not only racing to stay on the lead lap, but they'll eventually be racing for the free pass, the lucky dog, to get back on trail. And that's an important position right now.
And what's 26 seconds on track rather? We saw Kyle Busch going into turn 3, and there is Kevin Harvick coming off of turn 2, a good bit of distance. That's why we really need a caution.
Oh, he specifically needs it, and you feel like you're in a different area code when you get that far behind at this place. Such an expansive racetrack. can see Kyle Busch is trying to take down Jeb Burton now.
Did get around Ryan Reed. So Reed is 17th, 1 lap down. Burton 16th, Michael.
And look just out the back there. There's Eric Jones and Kyle Larson. They're not that far behind, keeping the pressure on Kyle Busch.
And just about 2/3 of the way through this 300-miler this afternoon at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney, Daniel Suarez, the top 5. 54 to go.
Larson's starting to close the gap here.
Under caution, 4th time today, 51 laps remaining. Had a stalled car on the back straightaway. B.J. McLeod, the vehicle that was slowed. So as he tries to make his way back around to the pit lane, we had an unscheduled pit stop for Kyle Larson while we were away. Tire issue coming off of turn 2.
That car had come alive too. I don't know if his left front tire started going down and it liked the setup like that, but he started really running some fast lap times.
On board here with Eric Jones, who he had just passed to take 2nd place.
Eric Almirola had just gone a lap down, so the caution will get him the free pass, put him back on the lead lap. That will mean 14 cars on the lead lap.
You can see a little damage to that left front fender. Maybe the fender started to rub the tire and caused the thing to blow out.
Yeah, it's maybe a chicken and the egg conversation there. I don't know if he blew a left front tire and it damaged the fender, or if there was damage to the fender and it blew the tire out.
Speaking of the KFC heat cam, you know, it's a chicken or the egg or what. But this is the deal on Kyle Larson. He went a lap down, so he will stay on the track and take the wave around at the end of this caution, I'm sure, because all of our leaders will pit, but then he'll have to start in the rears, so it's really this late in the race going to be hard for him to overcome.
Very hard, but you know, Kyle Larson's a great driver. I wouldn't count him out by any stretch of the imagination.
He scored in 22nd right now. Keep an eye on the 88 of Kevin Harvick. Has worked his way back up to 8th. As we come down pit road, we'll do so with 49 laps remaining, and this is outside the window of being able to go the distance. So everyone likely going to have to pit one more time after they come down here. Kyle Busch leads him down. Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney, Daniel Suarez, Austin Dillon behind him, Matt.
Impressive run by the 22 of Ryan Blaney. Remember, this is the first time here at Auto Club Speedway for Blaney. Now they've got 2 sets of sticker tires left. 1 set is going on the car right now. He says the car much tighter this run. They're going to adjust it with an air pressure change. Jamie?
Kyle Busch said it took off really good. Let's free it up again for the long run. They're going to be really close on fuel, so they said save, save. The 20 car, tight is the issue all day long. It's not getting better, Chris.
And we saw Daniel Suarez bounce off the walls just a few laps ago. The good thing is no major damage, but after that he did say the car was pretty tight, so the team making their biggest adjustment on this stop. Going to do a chassis adjustment here.
Number 1 pit stall appeared to pay some dividends for Daniel Suarez. Gained 1 position. So did Ryan Blaney, but nobody had anything for Kyle Busch. He comes out the race leader. The other Gibbs car, Eric Jones, losing several positions. The green flag when we come back to Fontana. It's huge.
Kyle Busch looking to make personal history today at Auto Club Speedway. He's won 3 consecutive Xfinity races in his career 5 times. Can he get it done 4 in a row today? That is the question. You see the results when he was going for the streak at previous racetracks, Larry McReynolds. What do you make of Kyle Busch's chances today?
Well, it looks like to me it's his race to lose. And you just think about it, Danielle, all the different types of racetracks, Atlanta, Las Vegas, Phoenix, and now Auto Club Speedway. And think about this, Brad Keselowski. He's going for his 80th career win in this series, and the man is only 30 years old.
Well, that's pretty good. There's no denying that. And he's got the car to beat. I mean, let's face it, the cars that Joe Gibbs Racing have, Adam, Michael, they're phenomenal right now. They swept the top 3 in qualifying the last few weeks. And he's out front with a great pit crew, great pit stops as well.
And dominating every time, Michael.
Yeah, but he's just good enough to stay ahead of some really tight competition. But there's been some guys that I thought could beat him today that have had problems. Kyle Larson with the flat tire, and just more recently, Eric Jones with a slow pit stop. But what I'm wondering, Brad, you've won 3-4 races in a row here. Is this good or bad for the series that Kyle dominates?
I like when I win 3 or 4 in a row. So maybe I'm the wrong guy to ask. It's you know, I love racing either way, and I think this has been a great race. Lots of 3-4 wide battles. Doesn't really matter who wins. Let's just enjoy the great racing.
And you know, guys, think about Brennan Poole from the driver's seat driver. He was talking about how much he loves being out there with the Cup superstars, and that's good for a young kid to feel that way.
We're about 1 lap short right here, 1 lap short, so just continue saving fuel under yellow, and then we'll same mileage the last 2 runs, 1 lap short. Go hard on the front side, and I'll let you know when you need to save. Everybody has 1 set of tires left laying.
That's Chris Gale, crew chief for Kyle Busch. They're closer than I anticipated. Into the restart zone, and once again from the outside lane, advantage driver 18.
Look at Ryan Blaney weaving back and forth, trying to protect his lane, trying to get every little bit of drafting help he can. At the same time,
good push for Darrell Wallace Jr. down low.
Yeah, Bubba got a heck of a restart, and that's why Blaney was having to go into the defensive mode because of the run that Wallace got on that start.
Eric Jones lost those positions on pit road. Green car middle of your screen. The 11 bounced off the wall.
That's the second time that's happened to him on a restart.
Brendan Gaughan, Kevin Harvick, all 4 tires on the apron. What's the story with Eric Jones as we restart here, Jamie?
Yep, he slipped back after that pit stop because they made a lot of changes. Not only wedge, but they took a spring rubber out of the left rear to try to get that car turning better, and as a result, they lost 5 spots.
But trying to get back in the top 5 on board here as he works over Brendan Gaughan. Give him the 5th position, the 20 going to the front.
And we got a battle for the lead. Look at Ryan Blaney to the inside of Kyle Busch.
And right behind him, Daniel Suarez. First time we've seen the 22 have this opportunity all day long, and he's making the most of it. First time he's ever competed at Auto Club Speedway.
Can he clear him off of turn 4, Michael? That's going to be...
Not quite, but what a great run. That big push that Kyle Busch got from his teammate, Daniel Suarez, is the reason why Kyle Busch is able to keep the lead, but Blaney's being relentless.
Might open the door for Daniel Suarez, who's riding 3rd right now, Chris.
Daniel Suarez doing a great job on restarts today. We've talked about that being a weakness this year, and I talked to his crew chief, Scott Graves. He said, yeah, it has been, but when you really look at the numbers, that's when he's been starting in the first 2 rows, and he's had Sprint Cup drivers around him. Lots of gamemanship up there, and his sophomore driver's still learning a lot. But today, boy, he's been strong.
Look out, boys. That 20 car is coming. He's been close to Kyle, but just so close it hurts. So close to being able to win, whether it be Phoenix, all these races, and they finally took the chance, made a big adjustment on his car, and he is driving back up to the front.
Well, you know, Brad, the spring rubber out takes time, but that's a big adjustment to one of these cars, and it looks like his car likes it.
Got around Darrell Wallace Jr. for 5th and riding outside of Austin Dillon, trying to get the 4th spot, 43 laps to go. Maybe he could get 3rd. 2 for 1 here, maybe. Eric Jones gets Dillon, and that's his teammate right in front of him. Brendan Gaughan back in 8th. He was a part of the mix on the restart. Why did he slide back?
Well, just get sideways. The air from the other car just pushed that 62 around a bit. He was able to hang on to it, but watch.
Great job of driving. Look at the hands. Look at his hands turning right. Nice save.
And by the way, we're doing this at 170 miles an hour. We're riding like we're going down a gravel road. Great battle there. Look at Brendan Poole. Brendan Poole's right in that mix with these guys.
Gaughan's 8th, Harvick 9th, Poole, the last car inside the top 10. They're 2nd. 22 is Ryan Blaney. Daniel Suarez is 3rd. 4th right now, Eric Jones.
All right, pal, we're swinging big on the car in here to try to get you what you need to win. You keep having restarts like you've been having, we'll be fine.
Wow. Fastest car since we went green.
Yeah, look at this battle, too. He's going to catch Suarez and Blaney. Those two were battling for the 2nd spot, and that brought Jones right into this mix.
It's quite a move by Blaney at the start-finish line.
That
Drop down low.
That high lane gives you that big run, and he made the most of it.
Blaney was just battling for the lead with Kyle Busch a couple of laps ago, and now he's fallen back into the battle for the 2nd spot with a couple of guys. Oh, he turns it!
There was contact
right rear.
there. Look at that right rear.
That's not good.
Back 2, 1 back bottom.
That's a lot of damage on the right rear.
Both cars got it.
Keep coming. You're clear low, clear high.
What's that going to do to the front end aero of the 20 car here? He was on such a roll. Both cars are in a lot of trouble here, Michael. The 22's right rear is torn up pretty good. You need that for side force in the back that kind of holds the car stable, and a huge dent right here on the left front fender, which makes all your front downforce on the 20 car.
It looks like it just bashed the left corner in and didn't bend it up, which is bad, but it could be worse. See how it affects him as he races forward.
And all those guys were just over a second behind Kyle Busch. Now the lead is 2 seconds for the driver out of Las Vegas, going for his 4th victory in a row. .36 laps to go in Fontana for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Superior performing tires to face challenging conditions on the track and the road. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. Kyle Busch leading this thing with 35 laps remaining. And we know fuel tight in the latter stages.
If you want to try saving fuel here, I'll keep you aware of lap time. I have been the last 3 laps. 10-4. Osmosis. I figured he was working on it.
And you know, Brad, what's interesting is every week it seems like when Kyle's trying to save fuel, somebody's heating him up. And this week it's going to be Erik Jones. When Erik cleared his teammate Daniel Suarez, he was over 2 seconds behind Kyle. He's already cut that down to a second and a third. He's faster than Kyle right now. How much gas is he saving, and how much is Erik just better?
I don't think Erik's saving any fuel. I think Kyle's saving a lot of fuel because we already saw Erik Jones has damage to his car. It probably doesn't have the potential right now that Kyle's does. He needs another pit stop to maybe fix that left front damage and get back up there. So I think Kyle's saving a lot of fuel right here. But you never know. When you're fast and run out front, you can use a lot of fuel.
Yeah, I think Jones has got something for him. That damage is significant, but man, that car's good right now.
Spirited battle there. Brennan Poole to the inside of Justin Allgaier, and the rookie who's making his first start at Auto Club Speedway, not intimidated. Watch the 48.
Well, he's either not intimidated or he's out of control because he was heading in a bad direction, and look what it cost him. There goes Blake Cook to the bottom. Justin Allgaier around him as well.
I want to say Kyle Larson, though. That is the needle to thread of all needles. 180 mile an hour corner exit. He just went right in between a wall and a car that was sideways out of control within a quarter to half an inch both directions. That's impressive.
And Larson's done a great job since they had the tire issue, made the unscheduled pit stop at lap 97. But Michael, you pointed out, they took the wave around. He definitely is going to have to pit again. Everybody else is tight. No question, the 42 will have to pit again. If he's going to win today, he definitely needs a caution. We got 33 laps to go, and he finds himself 8th.
Brad, I got a question. Have you ever bent your car, maybe like Eric Jones did, and it made it better?
Oh, absolutely. You know, these cars, I call them transformers. And the reason why they're transformers is they go through tech in one shape, and then it changes when they get on the racetrack. So sometimes you can transform them in the right way. You can see Ryan Blaney right now, his car has not been transformed in the right way. He's in a lot of trouble.
No, we know how much these guys lean on that right rear quarter panel, and his right rear quarter panel is flopping in the wind. It's not helping him at all, and he's free falling back. He's now back to the 15th spot and just trying to survive and hope for a caution to come before this race ends.
15 laps ago, he was fighting for the lead, and now he's got this right rear damage. He's holding on to 15th. That's how important aerodynamics and that right rear quarter panel are specifically.
Yeah, Blaney 15th, only 16 cars on the lead lap. 31 remaining. Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, Elliott Sadler, Austin Dillon, the top 5. .27 laps to go in the TreatMyClock.com 300, round 5 in 2016 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And for years, we've heard about the Darlington stripe. Is there such a thing as a SoCal stripe, Brad?
It sure looks like it today. You see Ryan Blaney, he's got a little right rear damage. Kyle Larson, right side damage. Daniel Suarez, right side damage. 20 car, Eric Jones, right side damage. Is there a trend going on here, Michael?
I think so, and we knew it would be like that. These guys are professionals, but they're running 1 inch away from the wall, and they're running at 190 miles an hour down in the corner. that means trouble.
Over half the field has right side damage from pushing their car to the limit up against the wall. And you know what? That's what racing's all about as a race car driver. Pushing your car to the limit, and this track, it can come up and bite you.
I don't see how this guy doesn't spin out. I mean, this has been amazing to watch. His car is damaged severely, but yet he's hanging on to it, just hoping that the caution comes out. He's also hoping that he isn't the caution.
So Blaney got the damage when he and Eric Jones got together, but Jones staying in the game, running second. Where are they in regard to fuel mileage here?
Well, but there's an outside shot of this being a fuel mileage race. On our numbers, I don't see any way we can make it. I know our teammates are talking about trying, just FYI. 10-4.
Couple of issues there. Kyle's a little bit faster and has a better chance at making it on gas. But, you know, the way that Eric Jones has been running him down, I noticed Kyle's had to pick up the pace, so he might be burning a little bit more fuel in that 18 car than his team planned on him burning.
The advantage at one point was down under a second. Right now, 1.6, Jamie.
Well, it's interesting. Kyle's on the radio, very interested in what Eric Jones' teammate is doing. He asked his team, are they telling him to save fuel? And for the record, no, they're not. He said, okay, how's the fuel mileage? They let Kyle know his is better. So Kyle said, do I need to let the 20 pass me if he gets to me for me to save fuel? They said no. They are good to go on fuel. They believe in the 18 camp, and definitely, you heard it there, the 20 is not.
And Jamie, one of the best at saving fuel on a green flag run. Brad, we've seen you do it many times. What is the key under these circumstances, and how much of an advantage for Kyle being out front to save fuel as you see Kyle Larson get around Harvick for 6th?
Well, there's so many variables that come into play with fuel mileage, and one of the biggest ones is your car. If you have an engine that has a lot of horsepower, it's got to burn a lot of fuel. It's just simple. So there's not a lot as a driver you can do about that. The Gibbs cars, they got a lot of horsepower, so it's really hard to save fuel with them. But there are a lot of things you can do as a driver, and most of them involve just trying to remove wasted energy. Wasted energy is using the brake pedal too much. It's swerving back and forth. It's all of those things. And whenever you can do that, you're going to get better fuel mileage, just like in your car at home. You want to roll and you want to take care of your things on your car. You want it to be smooth to the gas, light on the brakes, and that's what saves fuel.
Kyle Larson has done a really good job since they had that tire problem, but Larry, no doubt they're going to have to pit again.
Well, and I think that's the reason we see him running as hard as he's running, because he and Mike Shipley, his crew chief, they took the wave around on that last caution. He pitted at lap 97, so somewhere in the next 8 to 10 laps, he's going to have to make a green flag stop. But you know what, guys? When I look at some of our Xfinity Series regulars like Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, Darrell Wallace Jr., remember, we have a chase. You can gamble, because if you win, you will be in the chase.
And speaking, Larry, of those Xfinity Series regulars, some guys in the top 10 who have done an outstanding job. Elliott Sadler's 8th. We expect him to be good. He's been top 10 every race so far this year. But look behind him. Brendan Gaughan is there. Nice rally after some disappointment in practice and qualifying. And Blake Cook in line for his 2nd top 10 in 5 races this season.
This team has been impressive. They got a late start getting going, but Blake has proven behind the wheel he can get the job done. He's so happy to be able to race the Xfinity Series. He talks about his sponsor, Leaf Filter, like they're his best friend in the world, and I know that's how he feels, because it's so important to have a partner, have a sponsor that you can go out there and show the world that you got the ability to do the job.
Blaney now a lap down. The damage really hurting his lap times, and we got a report that NASCAR's keeping an eye on that 22 should he litter some debris. Could get our 5th caution of the afternoon. That's exactly what Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, Austin Dillon, and others really need.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like that deck lid's going to fall off here pretty soon. It's already fallen inside the trunk on the right side, and you can see.
Lost most of the spoiler too, you can see, and then he's just been driving it sideways. I'm impressed. At least he's warming up on his dirt skills.
These guys are a lap down, but for position, Ryan Reed around Ty Dillon. And if Ryan Reed could catch Ryan Blaney, he could get back in the free pass position. And should we get a caution, 16's been fast, he might have a chance to come back and get a top 10.
Solid run for Austin Dillon, up in the top 5, running in the 4th position.
What's happening in the 2 camp, Chris?
Well, Adam, talk about being fast. Austin Dillon was quickest in final practice yesterday, but he was concerned about long run speed, and that's been his problem for the first 2/3 of this race. That car just way too tight, but his team has adjusted him in. He's got good speed right now, but that is one of these cars in the top 5. He's 2 laps shy on fuel. Can you even save 2 laps around here?
2 laps is really tough in an Xfinity series. You know, these cars you're on the throttle so much, not a lot you can do there.
See the guys from Team Penske formulating a plan. Probably at some point going to have to bring Ryan down and fix the rear end of that car. 19 laps to go in a fine balance. How long do you wait and try to hang on for the finish? But right now he's a lap down, falling back in 15th. You don't want to do it too soon. Maybe right now they're thinking he's in the free pass position. They're hoping to get the caution and do it then.
Well, one thing about it is with that spoiler bent down like that, he's getting great fuel mileage because the car's not handling well. He's not on the gas pedal as much, and he doesn't have all that drag down the straightaway that slows the car down. So he's got that working for him. You would think they would wait until they fall out of the free pass position.
He's got a pretty big gap over the next car that's going to be racing him for that spot. So caution flag in the next 5-6 laps. He could get back in the game.
You know, this lead for Kyle Busch is, and I realize he might be saving fuel here, but it stayed right around a 1.5 seconds. I mean, he's not exactly pulling away from Eric Jones as he comes off turn 4. He's 17 to go.
That's a bit of management, I believe, Adam. I think that car's good, and he just knows it's time to save the gas and knows the guy, Jamie, behind him is running short on fuel as well.
That's right, and Eric Jones, just about 2 laps ago, they told him to start saving. So the 18 camp just told Kyle, hey, he's in fuel conservation mode, just so you know. So they're going to try to make it without another stop, but the 18 continues to work on fuel mileage. Even though he's good, you never know how many overtimes we could have at the end of this thing.
Talking about Kyle Busch, Eric Jones at the front, Jamie, it reminds me, once again, Joe Gibbs Racing 1-2-3, trying to finish that way for the 3rd consecutive week. We mentioned that Eric's about 1.5 seconds, now 1.2 seconds behind Kyle Busch. Daniel Suarez is 5 seconds behind in 3rd, but his advantage over 4th place Austin Dillon nearly 4 seconds. Once again, with 16 laps to go, the coach in position to sweep the podium.
Yeah, the Gibbs cars, they're just faster than everybody else right now, and that's very helpful when you're going to have when you're looking at your potential to have a very good day, and that's where they're at. Their drivers are doing a great job. Their cars are fast. Pit crews are doing a great job, and it takes a total team effort to put on days like this.
Yeah, and I know that's pretty obvious. 1-2-3, they're faster, but we're just commentating on what we see. But you go down in that garage area, you talk to the other crew chiefs, the other drivers, they're frustrated by it. How can these cars be that much better than us? And they're saying 2 to 3/10 seconds a lap better than the field. I've never seen this before.
I think one of the big handicaps for all of them, too, is they try to find some speed to catch the guys from Gibbs. We've spent 3 weeks on the West Coast. No real opportunity to massage these cars and find speed. What's going on with Kevin Harvick, Matt?
He's just about seen it all today. He climbed up to 6th, but then the car has swung back to the free side. Now this has to be counted down to how many laps are left. He passed his teammate, Elliott Sadler, who about 20 laps ago asked his team, give me an idea as far as a game plan of where we stand on fuel. I've saved a little bit. They told him just run it, and then they told him about 5 laps ago, now go into fuel conservation mode. He swung to the tight side, Jamie.
And Matt, one guy we haven't talked a lot about today is Darrell Wallace Jr. doing a nice job. It has been a tough go the first 4 races this season. Best finish was 6th at Daytona. And the opening remarks from his crew chief, Seth Barber, today said, let's bring it home in the top 5. We need a top 5. That's exactly what they've done. They've worked on the car. He's held a pretty wheel, as they like to say, and now they're telling their driver, save fuel, but stay in the top 5.
Only 3 career top 5s for Darrell Wallace Jr. And Jamie, you talked about it yesterday during practice. They weren't where they wanted to be. Didn't make the final round of qualifying. Darrell starting 13th today. But just like last year, able to drive it inside the top 5. He is staying there with 14 laps to go.
I think we need to be running 90s to flat to follow the pace on the earlier run. All right, well, you tell the 20 then. Don't get me wrong, stay in front of him no matter what, but there's no reason to push it, but obviously maintain the lead.
I talked about management, manage the gap. That's exactly what he's doing. But look, he looks in that mirror. He sees that mean green machine right behind him, just breathing down his neck, knowing that if he tries to save too much fuel, he's going to have company.
How much anxiety here, Brad, if you're Kyle Busch? Trying to do something he's never done before, only been done once in the history of the series, win 4 consecutive races. You know you're tight on fuel. You got your teammate coming behind you. A lot on the line here for the series all-time wins leader.
There is and there isn't. He knows that if he gets a yellow, he's in good shape. He feels like he's saved enough fuel, but he, of course, you never know. His crew chief's telling him, hey, look, your pace is a little bit too fast to be able to get the fuel number we think you should get. But at the end of the day, he's still leading the race. It's not that bad.
You know, and Michael, he's led now. You saw the graphic, over 600 laps this season, way more than anybody else. That's the most lap any driver has ever led through 5 races. And oh, by the way, he didn't even run at Daytona in the season opener. Led 119 of 163 laps when he won at Atlanta, 199 of 200 2 weeks ago at Las Vegas, 175 of 200 on the Desert Mile when he got the victory a week ago in Phoenix, Arizona. And today he's been out front for 123 of 139 laps. And the next time around, Jamie, he's going to see 10 laps remaining.
And he is seeking history. And, you know, Sam Ard, we talk about he won 4 races, but it was 4 starts for him. That means he missed races in between. Nobody in the history of this sport has done it 4 consecutive races in a season. And Kyle Busch just learned about that stat this morning, and he smiled because he appreciates history and he appreciates that stat if he could get it done today.
Brad Keselowski, one of the drivers that's been able to win in 4 consecutive starts. 3 times drivers have won 5 in a row. Ryan Newman, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Mark Martin. And as Jamie said, Kyle Busch trying to win in 4 consecutive races.
Kyle Larson is coming to pit road, guys. Brennan Poole was on pit road just a few laps ago. So making these last stops for that precious splash of gas, Chris.
And when Kyle Larson had that left front go down, he had a little bit of damage left front, also right rear. But that car has been working well. But when that happened, came up about 10 laps shy on fuel. So going to come in, do 4 tires, fill that car up right now.
Great effort for Kyle Larson to try to come back, but we knew he'd have to come down pit road, was going to be short on fuel.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't just take fuel only and try to beat the leader out there.
Don't you think that might be strategy, just rolling the dice to go for it, thinking if they do get a late caution, it could put them in a better spot to win the race?
Absolutely, Michael. I was a little surprised by that.
9 laps to go now for Kyle Busch.
Somebody runs out of gas coming off turn 4, we're going to get a caution. And, you know, everybody's stretching their fuel. We're listening to the radio communication between the teams, and everybody's concerned about fuel.
I don't think everyone's going to make it on fuel here, Michael. I think you're going to see some people run out. It's just a matter of who saved what and who can make it based on their car and their driving style.
That run for Kyle Larson was right about 44 laps. He had pitted He had pitted it at lap 97, came down at 141. So just to keep an eye on what these guys are doing as far as how long they can go on fuel. And all the guys out front here had last pitted at lap 101.
And Larry Mack, you can maybe add something to this. It's going to be 49 laps to make it to the end on a 2-mile track. I'm just doing some mileage really quick. That's 98 miles on a tank. That's a long ways to go.
Well, it is, Brad, but remember, when they pitted, they had 3 caution laps that they were able to save fuel before we got the restart. And I think the other thing that really helps the mileage is look how slow the race pace is. You know, the 38 to 42 laps that we got before the race, that was based on short runs yesterday. So, yeah, I think it's going to be borderline on everybody, but I do think the majority of them will be able to make it.
But I go back to the risk versus reward. If you're Kyle Busch, nothing on the line. All you're here to do is win races. And to the point that Larry made earlier, those guys behind him, the series regulars, they're just here to win too, because they know if they get to victory lane today, they'll be in the chase come September.
I start saving big time. If he goes by you. You can try shutting the motor off if you need to. Whatever you think you need to do.
Brad, you've done that. You've coasted through the corners. You've pushed in the clutch. You've done everything you can. And sometimes you can amaze yourself when you do it right how much you can save.
And as a driver, nothing makes you madder than when the crew chief tells you to save at the end of the run. I can't save you 2 or 3 laps now. I've already ran 30. Why didn't you tell me that before? And I'm sure that's what Austin's thinking right now. But as a crew chief, you want your driver to crack that whip and go hard and fast early in the run to try to get as far up in the field as you can. But it's a lot harder to save fuel mileage now than it would have been earlier in the run.
Now that Kyle Larson made that pit stop, fell outside the top 10. Look at these guys battling for the 9th position. Brandon Jones up to 9th, got around Blake Cook, both in line for a top 10 finish today. Great to see out of both those guys.
It's a nice save by Jones there in the middle of 1 and 2. Looked like he caught one of those seams we talk about all the time, and he saw how the car just took off on him, but he saved it. It was a good save.
Kyle Larson, just for an update, he's moved into the 11th spot, and he's now the first guy a lap down, so he would get the free pass if the caution comes. Be hard to take advantage of those tires in that short of a run with just the green-white checker that would be looming, or overtime, excuse me, but he's moving, baby.
Advantage for Kyle Busch, 0.8 of a second, 4 laps to go.
And Kyle Larson's going to whip around both these guys.
He's going to unlap himself.
Unlap himself and then hope for a caution. We'll have a story then.
And he could stay out, and he's got tires that are fairly fresh, and who knows, maybe he could steal one after having the tire issue and getting into the wall.
Kyle Busch is really saving fuel here, guys. He's about 1.5 seconds slower than what he'd been running this last lap.
I think Eric Jones racing a little bit as Kyle Larson went around, hurt him. It was 0.8 of a second. Now it's 1.2 coming off of turn 4. It'll be 3 laps to go. Kyle Larson around Kyle Busch to get himself back on the lead lap, but he is desperate for a yellow flag.
We're out.
Eric Jones saying we're out of fuel.
Try to get back here if you can. That's a pretty bad spot to run out.
Well, we talked about that. That's a long way to coast.
But that's his teammate out front. 3 laps difference. Could Kyle possibly be that much better on fuel?
That's a stretch. To be 3 laps difference on fuel. I mean, different driving styles, but 3 laps.
Yeah, but he's been out there breaking the wind, leading the race, running the fastest laps.
All you can for these last 3. All you can.
So they're telling Kyle, hey, look, you're in trouble. You need to save a lot here. His lap times have fluctuated from the 43 to the 44-second line.
But the good news
we might get
is,
a yellow with the 20 car here if he doesn't make it back.
The good news is, though, because Eric Jones ran out of fuel, the advantage for Kyle Busch is like 8 seconds now over second place Daniel Suarez.
Is
so
Kyle
he
out
can
here?
really save. 2 to go. Kyle into turn 1, and he appears to be off the
He's either out of gas or he's saving a lot of fuel.
He just really. But Suarez, he's only 3.5 seconds back.
Up to now, coming back white.
Got the report. He's just saving fuel.
And the 20 car of Eric Jones made it to pit road.
We're getting too far back where you can't build up the momentum. 3, I said momentum. All the drives you can pull down the straight. Mid corner, white flag here. White flag, off 4.
Here comes Suarez, guys.
White flag is out. 1 to go. Brought to you by Credit One Bank. And that's a big one for Kyle Busch because he knows we're not going to get the caution. He blows a tire.
Coming back to the checkers.
Here comes Daniel Suarez down on the inside. Drama.
Does Daniel have enough gas?
California. Suarez now in position for his first career victory.
If he's not out of gas, Austin Dillon's running third, 5 seconds back. Does he have enough gas?
Suarez on the apron. Here comes Dillon off of turn 2. Look at Suarez working
Kyle's
the wheel.
going to try to make it with a flat tire. Can he do it?
Busch back in front of him. This is outstanding on the final lap.
And Austin Dillon is into 3.
He's going to coming fast.
He's going to get the lead.
Here comes Austin Dillon. Where does he stand on fuel?
He goes to the outside.
Dillon outside of Kyle Busch into the wall. There's contact. Back to the checkered flag. Unbelievable. Austin Dillon wins it.
Wow, what a race. Who needs March Madness? This is California Auto Club Speedway Madness, and it doesn't get any better than this.
Daniel Suarez could taste the win.
I'd rather be lucky than good any day. Hell of a job, boys. That's all you right there, Austin Dillon.
Oh, what a heartbreaker for Kyle. Gosh. Do you think, Michael, that when he was trying to save fuel that he got out of the groove and hit something? What?
Golly, it's hard to say. Certainly was running a different line, and so you think maybe it could have had something to do with it.
Suarez ends up in the 4th position, and a great day for Darrell Wallace Jr., who matches his career best run, finishing in the 3rd spot behind
Daniel
Kyle
Suarez
Busch
needed
and
a
Austin
half
Dillon.
a lap of gas to get his first win. A half a lap. Gosh, that's a heartbreaker.
What a day in California. And when it's all said and done, literally when the smoke clears, Austin Dillon gets the checkered flag.
NASCAR XFINITY Series, XFINITY Series. It's got the checkered flag now. The track is still burning.
A wild finish for the NASCAR Xfinity Series here at Auto Club Speedway. Austin Dillon, a winner for the 7th time in his career, and he understands how to celebrate. This is truly dancing with the stars, Michael.
Yeah, it's a great move too. That man, he can get it done. We've seen some great victory celebrations by Austin Dillon, and then you can see here the disappointment when you were so close to history.
Kyle so close to getting his 4th consecutive win. Didn't happen today.
Debris all over the racetrack, and they don't throw yellow. I'm just so pleased with you, NASCAR. Thanks. Y'all are awesome. Fixing races. How about you,
Well, losing's not fun, guys. And, you know, he had the car to beat today. He did everything he could do, and it didn't come together. Losing's not fun. I've been there, too. You get upset. Fastest car, did everything right, and it just didn't come together today.
What was remarkable is he had the tire issue, lost the lead. Suarez runs out of gas. He got the lead back with that left front tire problem. The fender was completely gone.
And he was hammered down trying to get back with just 3 legs on that car. And then here come Austin Dillon. Plenty of fuel, no damage, and he just ran him right down.
5 times the guys won 3 races in a row. Missed out on getting 4 today. Let's go to victory lane, Chris.
Well, Austin Dillon snatches that streak away from Kyle Busch. Austin, I think we were all just speechless on that last lap. What was that like?
Well, I just kind of stayed focused. He said they had a flat. I was worried about our fuel, stayed focused on that the whole time, and he tried to screw me there at the end, but didn't work out for him, did it? Proud of these Ream guys. Man, that was fun. I didn't think we had a car to do that, and we didn't, but we did what we needed to do, and that was win the race.
Congratulations, Austin. He gets his first win of 2016. Adam?
What a weekend it's been for Austin Dillon. Gets the pole yesterday for the Sprint Cup Series race, and here we are. This is what Austin was talking about.
Yeah, he said he tried to do him in right there.
It's hard to say. You know, he had a flat left front tire. Maybe I'm giving him too much of the benefit of the doubt, but he did have a flat tire, guys.
We know what Austin's opinion was, and that was an awesome finish. What a great race.
Brad, great having you here today, and we look forward to seeing you in Bristol. Bring back some more of this, okay?
Gosh, I told you before this race started, I think this will be the best race of the year, and did not disappoint in the least. I'm so glad to be up here. What a race. This one's going to go down in NASCAR Xfinity Series history.
7th career victory for Austin Dillon, and Danielle, one he'll never forget.
One we'll never forget either, Adam. Thanks so much. As we take a look at Xfinity results, that thrilling finish. Austin Dillon coming home first. Kyle Busch has to settle for second. Larry McReynolds, his teammates behind him. Daniel Suarez finishing 4th.
But what a great run and a great finish for Darrell Wallace Jr. Exactly what he and that 6 team needed.
And Eric Jones qualified in the top 3, had a solid car today, has to settle for 15th.
And Ty Dillon on the other side of the Dillon family, just not a good day for him and that 3 team.
We just picked our jaws up off the floor, Larry. Can you believe Kyle Busch taking the flag on the white lap?
To lead 133 laps and to get the lead back when Suarez ran out of fuel with a flat left front tire. That was the amazing thing.
Austin Dillon only led 1 lap today. That's the fewest ever led by a winner. Kyle Busch held that previous record in 2010. Daniel Suarez leading the point standings once again 2 weeks in a row now.
Yeah, actually it'll be headed to Texas now. That'll be his 3rd consecutive week. And look at Elliott Sadler, continues to stock up those top 10 finishes. That's 5 now for him to start the season.
The Xfinity Series regulars still wanting that win, Larry, but incredible performances today across the board.
And you see Brandon Jones there, 4th in the points. A top 10 finish for him at another racetrack he had never been to before.
Coming in, Kyle Busch was the big story. Now Austin Dillon takes over that spotlight. He wins the race, 7th in Xfinity Series history, and now he's on the pole tomorrow for the Sprint Cup Series, looking for his first win on a Sunday.
And Danielle, I watched him in practice earlier in that Sprint Cup Series number 3 car. He's good on the long run. I guess when you've got the mojo just continues on.
You said Auto Club Speedway sets itself up for some of the most exciting racing in NASCAR. Today obviously did not disappoint. Tomorrow we hope you join us. NASCAR on Fox coverage beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Our guest analyst today in the booth, Brad Keselowski, looking to repeat. It was just 1 year ago he won here at Fontana. Hope you enjoyed a thrilling finish live on Fox Sports 1. Now we send it to Gainesville, Florida. It's NHRA qualifying on FS1. Xfinity will see you in 2 weeks from Texas.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Out here 17 days out on the West Coast and ready to go home. Ready to see everybody at home. This is exciting for us. I got really excited crossing the line. Still had fuel. I was full throttle coming through here, and I was like, I knew we had enough. But it's just so hard to gauge when you can go hard. So my spotter Freddie did an awesome job telling me where the cars were behind us. And then Seth and Nathan up top were incredible at putting the strategy together to get our Ford EcoBoost team here. I can't thank Coke enough. Dragon, Beam, RPP, I mean, everybody involved with this program. We're getting it going. This is what we need right for our break.
A good momentum builder for Bubba Wallace, finishing 3rd today here at Auto Club. Thank you, Bubba.